He loves Starlight Nights, and we love Power Rangers. He is a cowboy, and we want to be a cowboy. Billy is the guy we wanted to be when we were a kid. A straight shooting, rootin' tootin' badass that loves to shout his every move and look cool doing it. We'll be looking into his basics, some problems with his kit, the best teams that he currently has, and of course his Mindscapes. Today, we're learning how to build Billy. His combo is just holding the attack button. During the attack, Billy gains a damage bonus as long as he doesn't move. Letting go of the attack button activates finishing shot. Pressing a direction can execute rolling shot during his basic attack. His regular skill is a 3-part combo. The EX version is a piercing shot that deals a lot of damage to the target and anyone in the vicinity. A passive is an indicator on how to use that character to their fullest potential. Billy's passive does the opposite. His main focus is his crouching shot, where he gains a damage bonus during the attack, but loses the damage bonus when he stops the attack or just moves in general. This wouldn't be a problem if the move was strong or the passive stayed for a bit after moving. Having to stand still in a game about dodging all the time is very detrimental and especially a boring experience. So here's my solution. As soon as you activate crouching shot, move any direction to use rolling shot. After rolling shot is done, use a dash attack. You'll know when rolling shot is done when you hear or see the second gun shoot. After the dash attack, just rinse and repeat. You could even throw in a skill or an EX skill for extra damage. This combo allows you to deal more consistent damage while also being mobile. Speaking of mobile, I'll have some background footage of me playing on mobile to prove that you can also do it on your phone. Do you play mobile as well, or just PC? Let me know in the comments below. Normally, I would talk about this near the end instead of the beginning of the video, but this will help explain my personal combo and why it's better. For his M1, when Billy hits an enemy with a dash attack or dodge counter, he gains an additional 2.7 energy. This can trigger once every 5 seconds. For his M2, Billy's dodge counter damage increases by 25%. It also makes his rolling shots count as a dodge, so you can take advantage of this bonus more often without breaking your flow. His M4 allows Billy to gain crit rate during his EX skill to up to a maximum of 32%. The closer he is, the greater the effect. And lastly, when Billy accumulates 10 hits on enemies or triggers a perfect dodge, his damage increases by 6% up to 5 times. Billy's kit seems to be confused if not intentionally nerfed. All his buffs, including his Mindscapes and team passive, don't synergize with his core passive. If you don't know the difference, his team passive gives him, at max stacks, 100% increased ult damage, and his core passive increases his damage during crouching shot. For A-rank teams, you can always go with the tutorial classic, being Anby, Billy, and Nicole, and I also really like Billy, Piper, and Nicole. Nicole's black hole puts every enemy into a singular chunk, making Piper and Billy's attack hit multiple enemies at once. For S-rank teams, you can do Anby, Billy, Nekomata, and swap out Anby for Nicole. As usual for a game that's in 1.0, there's not much for every character. There's nothing wrong with that, and it gets me excited to see who and what will come out in the future. There's currently no physical stun and support characters, so any synergy outside the cutting hairs is pretty much out of the question. But if you really don't care about the team synergy with your stun unit, then any unit is fair game. What do you wish will come out in the future? Let me know in the comments below. For trace priority, I recommend leveling your basic attack, dodge, and ultimate traces first, followed up by your skill, then your assist traces. Billy's ultimate should be used every time the enemy is stunned, but don't be afraid to use your support's ultimates, as they also provide good damage and free energy for your teammates. For the build, there are actually two possible options. You can go 4-piece Woodpecker for a regular crit build, or you can go 4-piece Electro for an old focus build. For 1 to 3, you want to focus on crit and attack substats. For 4 to 6, I recommend crit rate or crit damage, physical damage, but pen and attack are good as well, and lastly, attack percent. I chose Woodpecker because it's pretty consistent throughout the whole fight, and the extra crit rate provides a nice little bonus. Electro could be a great alternative, if not better, synergizing with his team passive, but you would risk doing less damage outside of his ult. But why not Fanged Metal? If the wearer can't inflict the elemental debuff consistently by themselves, then you'll be wasting your time. It's the same as running the 4-piece electric on Anby. It'll work, but the returns won't be as impactful as they are on other units like Grace and Piper who consistently proc these debuffs. Before we continue, do not use Billy's signature as it is currently not working. It says that the wearer will gain physical damage if they hit an enemy at least 6 meters away, but even hitting them from the other side of the map doesn't give me the bonus. I've tested this with all the other W engines that have viewable stats and they work fine. So please, do not use this until it's fixed. For W engines, we have Steel Cushion, the Brimstone, Starlight Engine, and Pleniluna. On top of a crit rate main stat, Steel Cushion gives 20% physical damage bonus and a 25% damage bonus when hitting enemies from behind. The Brimstone is also a good choice, but provides less bonus overall. At max stacks, it provides a 28% attack increase. Next, we actually have Pleniluna being better than the Starlight Engine. Rather than having to fight for the bonus, Pleniluna provides a consistent buff for the entire fight, while Starlight Engine is slightly better in buffs, its requirements make it worse in the long run. Overall, Billy is a simple character with a seemingly unfinished kit, but just because his kit is broken doesn't mean he isn't. He has high damage, fast movement, and can be built in a number of ways. Does it make him bad? Not really, but it does make you wonder how much stronger he could be if we didn't have to sacrifice his core kit. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe his passive is much stronger than we think. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.